Good morning, everybody. What's up? Inner Son Lewis here. How you all doing? So, this topic is a really important one. So many people feel stuck in their life. They feel like they are repeating the same patterns over and over again within their personal relationships, their family, their career, and so on. They also just feel powerless to this. They maybe look for external answers. Maybe there's something wrong with them, they think. Maybe it just is what it is. Maybe they feel doomed. Whatever the case might be. So, I want to share with you a tidbit of what's helped me along my own journey and what I'm working on developing further to be able to help other people in a structured way how to kind of navigate through blockages in your life. So, we've all heard that it starts on the mind, it starts with our thinking, it starts with how we view the world. There is some truth to that for sure. So, I also want to let you know that there's a structure in how to navigate through that because it just kind of sounds like word salad when you say, oh, it all starts on the mind, yada yada. Okay, well, what do I do about that? You might be asking. I'll get into that here. So, anyway, my name's Lewis again. This is Inner Sun. We're a wellness community, yoga, meditation, integration of your higher self, your long term goals, and so on. We are glad to be able to be here. So if you end up by liking our content, our channel, please subscribe to it, like the video, share it around. It helps us get seen on the algorithm. So anyway, back to it. I have a set of what's called integration pillars that can help you kind of look at your thinking patterns, your beliefs, and how your actions are connected to that, or lack of action, rather, so that you can kind of apply your thinking to these pillars to see if you are on the right track or on the wrong track. Of course, there's no right or wrong. I'm just using this uh, as an analogy, I guess, as an example. Of course, there's no right or wrong, but there's pleasant effects of your actions and thoughts, and there's not so pleasant effects of your thoughts and actions. Let's put it that way. And of course, everybody wants to go down the more pleasant road in life. So, one of my favorite pillars that I like to apply my lifestyle to is long term versus short term. These pillars are very no brainer. You don't need to have some kind of psychology degree or anything like that to know that long-term thinking and habits, investment-oriented habits versus short-term habits. Of course, it's clear, one might be more savory than the other for the long term, for your goals. Of course, let's say you have a goal of wanting to lose some weight, but you get a craving for something. Let's say it's just sugar or bread or something that's more satisfying in the short term, but it's not going to leave you very happy in the long term because you have these kind of goals to lose your weight, to get more fit, and so on. But you get off of work, you're stressed, you're tired. You know that if you hit the ice cream or whatever it is, that you'll get a rush of dopamine. Some people, it's smoking cigarettes. I was a smoker, and I was very overweight at one point, almost up to 300 pounds. So I know I'm coming at this from non-judgment. I was a dopamine addict. I played video games. I did drugs, hard drugs, soft drugs, hard, whatever you want to call all that. Addicted to the internet. Basically short-term hits of dopamine. Now, as of 10 years ago, I really, or so, I started cleaning up habits periodically over the years, but I started to, exercise and eat healthier and quit smoking and quit doing drugs. That was even longer ago. And I saw that, just like a lot of people say, these kind of healthy habits are very much about doing a little bit of something every day that you may not feel an instant hit of gratification for right away, but throughout time, you start to feel better and better and better, more satisfied, more at peace with yourself, and it's a more long lasting feeling. It lasts all day for days, and that's really nice. If you eat a healthy meal, for instance, you're not going to feel like Superman right away or the next day. That's not how it works. If you start saving a couple dollars from your paycheck every month into an envelope, you're not going to be a millionaire overnight. No, but with time, that savings built up. And that's what the long term versus short term pillar is all about. It's little habits that aren't going to get you instant gratification, but they are going to pay off later on in your emotional wellness and bank balance. And the cool thing about these kind of habits is they get stronger with time. They become more natural. I don't even struggle to eat healthy anymore. I don't struggle to stay away from cigarettes anymore. In the beginning, I sure did. Oh, yeah, 100%. These long term habits help you be strong where you might have not felt so strong in the past. And that's really freeing. That's really empowering. It's really nice. So when using a pillar like the long term versus short term pillar, when you're using it in an applicable way, in a functional way in your life, I do a journaling process. Every morning I start my day with a little movement, a little stretching, yoga, meditation. And if my thoughts, I don't journal so much every day anymore, no, but when I feel like my thoughts are overwhelming me or I feel repeated patterns going on in my head, I want to stop and write it down in my journal because it will help me make sense and navigate through what's going on in my mind a bit more so I can get a plan going. And if you get in the habit of writing your thoughts and feelings down in a journal, you start to see a trend. You start to see a pattern, just like with the weather or the stock market, they have trends and so on. And you're like, wow, I notice that I feel very negative on these certain kind of days. And I notice that my thoughts are very negative and my outlook on life is, and I notice that maybe my habits are not so sharp during those days. I go for the ice cream and the cake and the cigarettes and whatever, distractions. Now, if you realize that a lot of these short-term habits are basically suppressing these feelings at times, then that is a powerful discovery. That's a good start. Most addictions are a means to suppress unsatisfactory feelings. And that makes us kind of need to reassess things in our life. So taking a pillar like the long term versus short term and applying it to your writing to see, oh wow, my habits are very short term serving. They're not really good for me in the long term. But then you'll also start to see deeper, why do I do these things? Because I know on a logical level that it's not very wise to continue on this way. Oh wow, maybe I don't feel good about myself in my job right now. Maybe I feel like I'm getting pushed around by my coworkers or my boss or whatever, and I know I can probably do better. But I got comfortable, and with this position, and it's hard to look for a new job and all that stuff. So, writing all that down, it will just come out of you as you make a practice of writing, and then you might come to a plan. And maybe I should just apply for a new position. Maybe I should study a course. Maybe I should work towards a more satisfactory place. Or maybe I could just come to an acceptance. Sometimes a goal is what's needed, or sometimes acceptance is what's needed. So the pillar just helps you see through the stuckness a bit. So this is just one of my many integration pillars. I hope to be able to finish my book and my discoveries on these pillars. I spent a lot of time meditating on these pillars and applying them to my own life. My wife has worked through them as well. We have a great relationship. She has a lot that she helps me through with, of course, as well. So I am hoping to share more of this stuff later. I've been in a little bit of a busy season in my life, and I'm starting to get a little bit more free space for videos and things like this, creativity and writing. So stay tuned all. It's been a pleasure to speak with you this morning. Thank you for having me. Again, please like the video, subscribe to our channel if you've appreciated this content. Many thanks. Take care, everybody. Peace.